One day, you're going to look around and you're going to realize that everybody loves you, but nobody likes you. And that is the loneliest feeling in the world.
I admit it, another hoe got me finished. Broke my heart, oh no you didn't.
Oh my goodness. This is going to be possibly the best finals I've seen in the 3 years of me watching hockey. Now, in 2018, I experienced the Capitals and the Golden Knights, which was a great series, undeniably. In 2019, I experienced the Blues and the Bruins. That was a good series. I didn't watch too much of that. But this one is going to be so much fun to watch. It's not even going to be funny. These two teams are so evenly matched. People are saying that Tampa has the advantage, but no. I think that, Dallas is still really underrated. And, up against Vegas, people were saying, oh, Dallas is going to lose to Vegas. Up against Colorado, people were saying, oh, Dallas is going to lose to Vegas. Calgary, not so much. I haven't really I've seen so many people that were saying, oh, Dallas is not going to lose to Calgary. But yeah, I had him getting past the first round, but I had him going past the first round, but I did not think they would go to the Western Conference Finals, let alone the Stanley Cup Finals. They went up against Colorado. They were voted out in that series. They won. In the Vegas series, they voted out Dallas. They said that Vegas was going to win. Well, guess what? Dallas killed Vegas. Gonna be low-key honest, Dallas killed Vegas. And you can say what you want about this, but Dallas, I think, not only were they weren't the only ones that killed Vegas, I think Thatcher Demko also killed Vegas. Anton Khudobin and Thatcher Demko killed Vegas. So, and these games were very close matched in that series. Vegas had the upper hand in a lot of those games. But no, Dallas kept coming back. They kept staying strong. I'm telling you. It's Dallas is an undeniably good team, and Tampa's great. Tampa is awesome. But heading up against Dallas, I don't know. Now, games 4 and 5 are back-to-back because that's going to be insane. Friday and Saturday, I'll likely be streaming both of them. So we can see a Stanley Cup by the end of this week. To be honest with you. Tampa Bay, they've only lost 3 games in the entire playoffs. Dallas has crawled their way here, yet Tampa has just not even lost 4 games in the playoffs. They are 12-4. Not even 5 games. Not 4 games. Not even 5 games they've lost in the playoffs. They beat Columbus in 5 games. Great series. They beat Boston in 5 games. Another great series. They beat New York in 6 games. Another great series. These two teams, all these series have been insane. I was rooting for Tampa at the beginning of the season. When Philly got knocked out by the Islanders in Game 7, of course I was rooting for Tampa. You really think I would root for the Islanders? But there was Dallas on the side, and I was thinking, at the beginning of the playoffs, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, we'll see where Dallas goes. I'll root for them, I guess, against Calgary. And I did. They beat Calgary in 6 games, and then I started reviewing games in the playoffs. And I was watching these Dallas games. They were playing insane. All the games against Vegas, all the games against Colorado. I didn't watch too much against Calgary, though. Dallas heading into the round robin, too. In the round robin, they were struggling. They were struggling to score, especially in the round robin. And, they went down 2-1 in the Flame series, yet they came back and won the series 4-2. That proves it. At the beginning of the season, they were 1-7, the Dallas Stars were, and they came back, and they're in the finals. So tell me right now how Dallas is overrated. All right, anyways. These two teams are very evenly matched. Heading into this, I was rooting for Tampa, and I was thinking, if a Tampa-Dallas matchup ever happens, I'm rooting for Tampa. But, so Tampa's above Dallas in my favorite teams rankings. You guys know that. Dallas, I think I ranked in the middle before the beginning of the playoffs. They're in the top 10 now. Dallas has been so entertaining to watch, especially in the series against Colorado. That series against Colorado was probably one of the best series I've ever seen. It outnumbers all the Flyer series, all the Coyote series, even though there isn't a lot of them, all the Lightning series, all the Shark series, all the Capital series. It outnumbers all of them. That was the best series I've ever seen. And Dallas just keeps coming back game after game after game after game. Especially in that Colorado series. Now, you got to tell me right now, it's insane. And I'm actually rooting for Dallas heading into this. I can't believe it. I thought I would be rooting for... Either way, I don't care who wins. But I am definitely rooting for Dallas. Tampa, seeing them win a cup would be great. But seeing Dallas win a cup will be also great. So I don't even care about these finals. Whoever wins, I don't care. Both of these teams, I'm going to be very happy for. Anyways, statistics. Nikita Kucherov leads the entire playoffs with 6 goals, 20 assists for 26 points. If Tampa wins it, he is up there for the Vezina Trophy. He's not a goaltender. Conn Smythe Trophy. He's been great throughout these playoffs. You know, I've seen him play monstrous, especially on that Palat Point and Kucherov line. That's an insane line. So you got to think about that. The KOP. So yeah, that's an insane line. Brayden Point's number 2 with 9 goals, 16 assists for 25 points. You know, Brayden Point has been monstrous, on fire. They're the top 2 players in these playoffs, and they've been insane. You know, the games the Lightning lost to the Islanders, Brayden Point was not in those games. All the games that the Tampa won, Brayden Point was in the game. So I don't want to say Brayden Point. That means Brayden Point is carrying Tampa. They still made it really close in those games that they lost. But, I mean, looking at these statistics, I guess you could say that. Victor Hedman's number 3 with 9 goals. 6 assists for 15 points. This is a crazy player right here. Hedman played great. Had a great rebound goal in Game 6. You know, I think he's one of those guys who's been very good in these playoffs, and I think that he's super underrated. Someone just added me as a friend on Snapchat. So yeah, Hedman is pretty underrated as a player. You could say he's overrated if you want. But yeah, Hedman, probably one of the best demons in the league, you could argue. You could argue him up there with Heiskanen at this point now. Heiskanen has proved me very wrong in these playoffs. So yeah, I'd put Hedman up there 100%. On the Dallas statistics, Dallas, not a lot as Vegas. Miro Heiskanen, who has 5 goals, 70 assists for 22 points, been on fire. Been on fire in the first 2 series. Calgary and Dallas, he's been on fire in those. Calgary and Dallas. Calgary and Colorado, he's been on fire in those. Haven't heard him too much in Vegas, though. Haven't heard him a lot. But he's still been undeniably good. And I think that, you know, heading into this, I think Heiskanen is the best play for Dallas right now. Jamie Benn, who's been pretty much just escalating his play every single series. He played okay in Calgary. He played good in Colorado. He played great in Vegas. So, you know, he's kind of escalating up there. And, you know, looking at that, I think that he's one of the dark horses for the Conn Smythe, to be honest with you. He has 8 goals, 10 assists for 18 points. As I said, getting better every series. They want to shut him down. That's really what Tampa's going to have to watch for. And Dennis Gurianov, who scored, who is the reason why this team is who's one of the reasons why this team is in the finals right now off the overtime goal in Game 5. 9 goals, 8 assists for 17 points. Unbelievable player, unbelievable forward. He's become one of my favorite players throughout the Dallas Stars, to be honest with you. He has such a great character. He's such a great smile, too. Oh my god, it's unbelievable. And he's so much fun to watch. So yeah. The goaltenders. Andrei Vasilevsky's up there with a 14-5 record. You might argue him as the Tampa dark horse person for the Vezina Trophy, which is great. And, you know, he's played super well. And, you know, these teams, you know, Tampa missing days, it's not seeming to affect Vasilevsky. It's not seeming to affect Khudobin either, which we'll get into in a second here. You know, Vasilevsky has played super well in all these series. And, you know, game 5 where they forced it, where they won in overtime, if they didn't score that goal, we don't know if they would have won in overtime. I blame that game 5 OT goal on Shattenkirk, to be completely honest with you. You can't blame Vasilevsky for a backdoor goal. Yeah, there's like a 95% chance that you're not stopping that thing. So, you're not stopping a backdoor play. So, and, you know, I know that from NHL 20, and some people that I play against in NHL 20 will definitely know that. So, yeah, Vasilevsky, don't even blame that Game 5 play on him. He's played so well during these playoffs. He's basically lost 3 games throughout the entire playoffs. You know, their backup has not played a lot. You know, this team can show they have a lot of force, especially in that 8-2 win against the Islanders. They've proved that they can do that. They proved that they can shut down teams, they can put a lot of offense on net, and they can score. Part of that was that the Islanders were, you know, they were coming off another game. So, yeah. The next one, Anton Khudobin for the Stars. Khudobin, you could argue that Vasilevsky is the best goalie in the playoffs right now, but I think Khudobin is. Khudobin has a 12-6 record, has played every single game for Dallas in these playoffs, and super duper great. You know, heading into this, Bishop was out, and I was like, oh crap. You know, Khudobin was one of those backups. I knew him, but I didn't know he played very well. He went into these playoffs. You know, Ryan Robin was decent, but he went into these playoffs and played great. Played absolutely great. And you know, Khudobin, he's such a great goaltender. He's made insane saves, especially in the Colorado series. Watching that Colorado series, he's made some great saves. And you know, these teams, they're only 4 wins away from the championship. They're only 4 wins away from Tampa winning their second cup in franchise history, and Dallas winning their second in franchise history. It would be Dallas's first since 1999. It will be Tampa's first in 2004. So these teams haven't won in nearly 20 years for both teams. So this is an insane matchup. It's going to be a great series to watch. And you know, Khudobin, he's going to be backbooting this Dallas Stars team. Now, what can they do to shut him down? What can Dallas do to shut down Tampa Bay? Shut down that Kucherov, Point, and Palat line. That's all it takes. If you shut down that line, I don't think you have to deal with much more. You have to deal with Hedman and a few other underrated players. But apart from that, I think if you shut that line down, which I think the defense can do, especially because you know Klingberg, Heiskanen, they can do that stuff. They can defend these players, and with this, I think they can do that. And you know, if they shut down that line, it's gonna take a lot for Tampa to do it. How you shut down Dallas defense? 100%. I mean, that's for both teams. Dallas is the play where they can just take the puck up, they can deep throw the defenders and just score on net. You know, it's a tough play to make. And you know, with Dallas, it's gonna be insane. It's gonna be a crazy series, and I would expect like a 7-game series, to be completely honest with you. Dallas is the master of comebacks. We've seen that so many times. So yeah, I would see this going into 6 or 7 games. You know, you're saying, oh, Tampa's going to sweep. No, Dallas is going to sweep. These two teams are very evenly matched. It's kind of like it's going to turn out the way that maybe I don't know. It's going to be like last year's playoffs with Boston and St. Louis. It's going to be like that in a way. But these two teams are good. And I think that, you know, they're underrating Dallas here a little bit. They're underrating Tampa here a little bit. It's going to be a great series, undeniably. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, do make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and we check out the 500 subscribers by the end of the year. Not the end of the year, June 2021. We had 427 today. We're currently 73 subscribers away. This will be premiering, actually, like one of the first premieres of the channel at 12 p.m. Eastern time, so make sure to stop by for that. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for the constant support, and I'll see you guys in the next video.